Right, good morning YouTube. It is a beautiful sunny morning in Bali and we are off for what is going to be an easy 10k. This is literally my first run, first workout as a whole since getting the tattoos. As you can see, they're still not quite healed, but they're feeling good enough for me to get moving again. So yeah, excited for this one because honestly, I have just missed exercise as a whole so much this past week. It has been 1 week out of the gym and I've just been itching to get moving again. So yeah, excited to now start taking advantage of these nice, warm, sunny mornings and get outdoors for some running. It's been a little while since I've been outdoors running as well. You can't currently do that in the UK right now. Let's get to work. Right, so like I said, first run outdoors in Bali on the streets of Canggu. Now, if you've ever been Bali before, you'd know that there's just random dogs just roaming the streets, right? And as I was running down the road, this dog just started barking at me out of nowhere. Next thing I know, it starts fucking chasing me, it starts fucking going for me. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Obviously, with these dogs, admire from a distance because apparently they have rabies, but honestly, I'll fucking shit myself. So that was the run right there. Managed to stay clear of any dogs in which wanted to attack me for the remainder of that. So we survived. Now, gonna head home, shower up, head to a coffee shop, grab my coffee so I can start my day. Right, so we just stopped off in a coffee shop, like I said, just to grab some coffee, get a little bit of work done. Didn't do any check-ins in there though, because obviously with the background music, that's just gonna, well, it's not gonna ultimately lead to providing the client with the best check-in response really. I prefer doing my check-ins in a nice quiet room so I can just have that clear headspace, but we just updated some plans there. We mapped out our content for the following week, wrote some scripts for reels in which I'll film later on at the weekend most probably. And yeah, just got a few little loose knots tied up. Now we are back home to do some check-ins. I feel like I'm so ahead of schedule here because where we're 8 hours ahead in Bali, I feel like I get all my check-ins done. They're then there for when the client wakes up the following morning, so they get their check-in instantly the minute in which they wake up. I feel like the routine out here just works quite well. The only thing in which I will struggle with is actually just hopping on consultation calls. If someone wants to hop on a consultation call at like 6 PM UK time, then obviously that's a pretty mad time in Bali. So that's the only thing in which I'll really have to like bite the bullet with for whilst I'm out here. But other than that, I feel like so far, from what I've kind of learned and discovered, this is probably one of the best places in which you can just get into routine, because the minute I wake up, my phone's not blowing up all morning like it usually does in the UK. I can almost just have that first half of the day just a completely clear headspace and be able to lock in and get some good work done. So yeah, off home now, like I said, gonna crack on with some check-ins and then we'll be off for meal one. Right, so we're here in open, thank you. Cheers, thank you. Right, so we are here in open house now to grab some breakfast. There are 2 open houses in Bali and they are both absolutely rammed virtually all the time from when they open to when they close. Full of like online coaches, digital nomads doing work as well. So what I like about open house is that you can create your own plate here. So for example, I could have like my eggs, chicken, sourdough first thing in the morning for my meal one, and on the menu it will tell you the exact calories and macros of each and every food item in which you pick. So for staying on track with your diet plan, it is absolutely perfect. So that's what I've ordered. I've ordered chicken breasts with some eggs, some sourdough, some veg with that as well. And then I've also ordered some banana with a black coffee that just arrived, as you can see. So yeah, I'm gonna tuck in some breakfast, then I've got some washing to go and collect later on as well. And then I will be off to train after that. It's gonna be my first session back since getting the tattoos, because they're feeling just about ready to get back in the gym again and start lifting some weight. They've healed pretty quickly, to be fair. I did get told the ink was great quality around here, so the tattoos tend to heal a little bit quicker, but honestly I'm kind of shocked with how quickly they've healed. So yeah, excited to get back in the gym today. Food has arrived. We've got our chicken breasts on a separate plate for some reason, I'm not sure why. And then right here, this is where we got our eggs, veg, sourdough bread. I request for the food to be cooked in no oil, butter or anything like that, so keeping it super clean, keeping it right on track. And this is just, again, so easy to track and stay on plan with my nutrition. So yeah, gonna tuck into this now, and then we'll be off to train shortly after. Looking good. I'll tell you what, bro did a good job. We found the barbers for whilst we're in Bali. Alright, so we have just got back from a fresh cut. Now, I'll tell you, it weren't quite up to the standard of what McCallum's cuts is back in the UK, right? My boy Zach, shout out to him. Yeah, not quite up to that sort of standard, but it certainly wasn't a boss man trim, right? He will do the job quite nicely for whilst I'm in Bali. So yeah, at least I've got a barber sorted out now. Because obviously, for any lad that likes to look like a well put together man, one thing in which you'll always have anxiety around is trying to find a barber's wherever you are, because you know it sounds crazy, right? Because majority of lads are rocking around with the same looking trims anyway. But if you're a lad, you can tell the difference between a good trim and a trim that isn't so good on yourself, that is. Whereas if anyone else was looking at you from a distance, they would not be able to tell. So yeah, I'm glad that I found a good barbers for whilst I'm in Bali, because obviously that's always one thing that you have lingering in the back of your head, like, oh fuck, like what am I gonna have to do with my hair, this, that, the other. But no, all in all, I've left it on the top because I think I'm gonna grow it back out. Not really feeling the buzz cut anymore, I'll be honest. I wanted to have the buzz cut for whilst I'm here, but yeah, I don't like the buzz cut anymore. So that was short-lived, but no, we're gonna grow it out on the top into like a short crop, just so that way it still looks good when I take off a helmet after riding my ped, and it's not too long to the point where after taking off a helmet, it's just all over the shop, because that would be fucking disastrous, right? But yeah, I'm gonna grow it back out on the top again, and I'll probably just go for like a mid-length sort of fade on the side. So yeah, the old fin is gonna be coming back. But anyway, we just wrapped up a little bit of work, and now we are off to Undefeated Gym to train with Gabriel, who is one of Ben's clients. Ben has a fair few clients out here, funnily enough, I believe. So it'd be good to try and hit up with some sessions with them for whilst I'm out here over the next 2.5 months. Keep the community tight, keep the community strong, and ultimately just be able to network with other individuals out here. 9 times out of 10, if someone's working out here, they're a quote-unquote digital nomad online coach. Gabriel himself is an online coach. So yeah, it's just going to be good to get to know a few faces in the industry, and ultimately a few faces amongst the new gen community as well. So yeah, I am off to Undefeated Gym now. See you there. Right, so we had just wrapped up upper with Gabriel there, and we've now just come to the lounging area in Undefeated, which is really nice, by the way. We've ordered a shake, just literally a scoop away with some almond milk and creatine, but we're going to station ourselves here for a little bit for a team call. I suppose that's going to be another thing which is going to take some getting used to being in Bali, is team calls now being in the evening as opposed to the morning. Usually all team calls would be in the morning, all consultation calls would be in the evening. But yesterday I had a consultation call at like 10 PM at night. It was just absolutely nuts to think, which
yeah, I suppose if someone in the UK wants to hop on a consultation call at like 4 or 5 p.m, then obviously that's a pretty crazy time in Bali. But look, you've got to take the good with the bad at the end of the day. I've loved being out here so far. I've really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna very much fit to the lifestyle quite nicely, but then with that, there are going to be cons to it. Having to hop on team calls a little bit later than usual, having to hop on consultation calls a little bit later than usual, but I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that at the end of the day. It'll just take some getting used to, right? I'm not one of these guys that's like super stuck in their ways, arrogant, and won't adapt to a new routine, won't create a new routine as such. I'll quite happily mold myself to the environment, but with that, make sure that it works for me as well, right? Make sure that it works for me as well, and that's ultimately what I'm going to do. Yeah, all in all, it's yeah, so far so good. It's going quite well. Still feel like I'm yet to really nail that routine, but I feel like within the next few weeks I ultimately will. But anyway, we've got a team call to attend now. I'll speak to you very, very soon. Right. I am not a fucking happy boy. I'm not a fucking happy boy. I literally ordered my food so I can have my last meal a few hours before bed, let that sit, and then yeah, just chill for the rest of this evening. Work's wrapped up for the day. Ordered my food and they forgot the fucking rice. Okay, I ordered chicken, eggs, veggies, and rice. They forgot the fucking rice. So what did I do? Did I go, oh, you know what, it's fine, I'll just go carbless with this meal? No, I fucking didn't, right? I got on my ped and I fucking teared down to that shop and I demanded the rice. I demanded what I paid for, and they delivered. They gave it to me, and they gave me a warm meal as well. So no, shout out to them, but I probably won't be ordering again. That's twice now in which they forgot something in my order, which is really not that hard to do because it's one meal. But anyway, that's what we got. We've got right here, we've got our rice. We've got chicken and eggs with some broccoli and cauliflower. So that is going to be this meal. And that is going to be everything for this video. That is just a slight little day in the life in Bali currently. Like I said, haven't nailed my routine yet. So once I have nailed my routine, I'm going to follow up on another one of these for sure. But first session back today after the tattoos, which felt good. And I'm going to be hitting up a high rock session tomorrow morning, a big old high rock send, which I may or may not vlog. Either way, I'll see you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Take care.